I just finished Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta and it kinda opened my eyes. I finally realized what's wrong with the game industry and why is it so hard to find what to play nowadays. And no, it's not just microtransactions, even though they still suck. It's something much deeper, something that died when we started throwing money at games without thinking twice because they had familiar logo on the box. Games today look incredible, like super realistic. You can see every raindrop, every hair follicle, every ray of sunshine, but you don't feel it. In most modern games, you just follow a story through the protagonist's eyes. But in Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, you don't play as Snake, you become Snake. You hunt, you eat, you heal your wounds, you blend into the jungle, and that little camo bar below? That's not a gimmick, that's revolutionary. It forces you to think, to adapt. You can't just run and gun, you have to use your brain. Something that most modern shooters really uninstalled years ago. For example, in Assassin's Creed, being spotted just means waiting 5 seconds behind a bush until the guards forget you exist. In Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, if you screw up, you feel it. Every shot, every bad decision, every I'll wing it moment, the jungle remembers. Even your inventory matters. You're constantly managing supplies, food, and weapons. Meanwhile, modern games are like, stand still for 3 seconds to auto-heal. Yeah, immersion. It's not just gameplay, it's survival. And it's glorious. Now let's talk a bit about the story. Because man, Kojima had me by the balls the whole time. Yeah, like that. The story is confusing, layered, emotional, and full of those "wait, what just happened?" moments. Until that one scene at the end where everything clicks. That's when you realize Kojima didn't just make a game. He made you think. And the characters, every single one sticks with you. Ocelot, smug little bastard, but somehow likable. And for some reason he keeps meowing like a cat. I don't know why, but I respect that. Volgan, a literal walking lightning rod of pure rage. Every time he's on screen, you just know something about to go horribly wrong. He has the same effect as Homelander in The Boys. And then there's the boss, easily one of the best written characters in gaming, period. Now you try naming 3 memorable characters from the last AAA blockbuster you played. Go ahead, I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, spoilers ahead. Skip if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3 or Delta, or don't if you're ready for emotional trauma. At the end, Snakes learns that Eva was actually a Chinese spy sent to steal the Philosopher's legacy. She disappears, but leaves a recording, revealing the truth about the boss. Turns out, the boss wasn't a traitor at all. She sacrificed everything, her honor, her reputation, even her life, to prevent nuclear war between the US and USSR. All because Volgan decided it'd be a great idea to fire a mini-nuke for funsies at the start of the game. So the boss goes down in history as a traitor, while Snake, her student, is forced to kill her. When Snake salutes her at the end, that's when it hits. All the missions, all the betrayals. It wasn't about war or politics, it was about loyalty, betrayal, and doing what's right even when it destroys you. That scene broke me. I'm not even gonna lie. I sat there, controller in hand, staring at the screen, feeling a lot of feelings, mostly sorrow. Maybe hunger, but mostly sorrow. That's storytelling. Now back to the $1 million question. So what's wrong with the game industry? Simple, they stopped making games like this. Games that trust you to think. Games that don't need glowing quest markers or constant voiceovers telling you what to do. Games that actually mean something when they end. Kojima is a genius. He made a 20-year-old stealth game that feels more alive and human than most games today. Meanwhile, modern AAA studios are out there releasing early access betas disguised as $70 experiences. So yeah, after finishing Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, I realized 2 things. 1. Modern games have lost their soul. And 2. Eating snakes might actually be a lifestyle choice. Anyway, I'm off to crawl through the mud and question my food choices. Subscribe or don't, Kojima already won.